on to see how this might go as I try to build out some watch hours. I just decided to spontaneously go live as a way to hopefully maybe stay a little bit body doubling, like focused on this project. Right now, I am working on the Cornelius shirt, and made the pockets, which go. Let's see, the pockets go. Let's see, do. Oh, I wonder I can share it from here. Copy link. Hello. I'm gonna go let people know that I'm here going live. Here going live. People should come and hang out. One sec. I still here? Okay, great. This is a Cornelius, and it's like a Western wear type pattern, though it doesn't really need to be. But what I'm playing with is this collar, which I find very interesting. And I ended up modifying the collar that they had. Hold on. And tracing off a new collar, which is an exaggerated collar from a simplicity pattern back in 1970. And so it's going to be very dramatic, but also aligned with what that look was at the time. Currently, I am hand basting the darts on the shirt back. And that takes a second. But how are you all doing this evening? Hello, let me know where you're from. And thank you for hanging out. The hand bases I'm doing are essentially to hold the dart together well. I used to pin, and I was pinning so much that I'd seen someone do a tutorial about, because I was very precise about where the pins would go and all of these things that you think about when you're making darts. And instead just ended up just changing altogether. I saw this woman do it with the thread. I was like, this is I'm using fewer stitches than I was pins. I was pinning the heck out of the darts, and it didn't need that. It did not need that. Um and now essentially what I'm doing is stitching on the outside of the dart, the stitch line of the dart. And what that lets me do is keep it together, and then it makes the basting stitches easy to remove afterward. And as I'm doing this and I'm like trying to get it right into the exact precise hole, I'm confirming whether or not this is aligned properly. So if it's off, even by like a a stitch, if it's off by like a stitch, I'm moving it. I'm moving it. Because I'm like, what's the point of being here and doing this for it to be wrong? Um, yeah. But yeah, hope y'all are doing well. Hmm, I don't know. Am I able to see the comments? I don't think I can. Uh, hmm. Hello. I don't know. I guess I don't do this enough. I think people are laughing, smiling, thumbs upping. Oh, there's a comment. Hi. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you being here and for the comment. And it's really quite funny that I'm trying to concentrate on two things at once, and one of the things being hand basting with a actually sharp needle. Um, my eyes are probably like, girl, calm down. You need to concentrate. Put your eyes where the needle is, child. Because woo wee. Yeah, and that's not right. Yeah. More. So what I'm trying for is the following. I'm trying for putting this needle exactly where, oh, hey, how are you? I'm well. Hi there. Hi. Where are you all calling in from? Hello. Oh, I thought I was waving back. I don't understand what I'm doing. Um, so like if you look here at the base stick, you can see there's some faint stitch marks, some faint stitch marks. And what those are is some chalk markings that I've made so that I can better determine where the line is for the dart. um like I always want my darts to be, especially when they're side by side as they can be on a shirt. I don't want them to be all cockeyed, you know what I mean? Like one of the darts is like longer than the other, and who will notice, Lisa? I will notice. Hello, welcome. Hello, Lala. Hello, Lala Bell, welcome. Hi there. I am, there we go, good. And then I also retain these stitch lines for when I'm actually, you know, do, do, do. And this shirt has 4 to 6 darts, depending on which version you make. Oh, hey, Brooklyn Timmy. Hey. Oh, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. What you know good. I'm gonna slide this over a little bit more over. Slide this a little bit. See, I was about to do a bad habit. I was about to put this pen in my mouth. I mean, this needle in my mouth, because I couldn't think of anywhere else to put it, um, other than a place that might require hospitalization or surgery. So yuck. But what I'm trying to do is to line up these two rather faint marks, if we're being honest. I could have made them a little less faint, but I always I don't want to like put it on there and not be able to get it off. Though this stuff is actually quite good, like quite good with that issue. It brushes off pretty well. Okay, getting near the end. I think I need to go mark the. Oh, I know. I need to go add some pressing. What do you call it? Add some interfacing to the little house, the tower house thing that's on the back of a on the placket. Yes, excellent. I am glad to hear you are fabulous as always, my friend. Glad to hear it. I am blessed. I am well. I am hand basting. Okay, I'm hand basting. I am hand basting, and I am trying not to let it change my personality. I'm really, I'm really trying not it. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't change who I am as a person. Cause I'm feeling like, are we there yet? Oh goodness. Oh, here we go. Here's a Q&A sticker. Try it. Music with a, oh, too late. It said I could try it, but I didn't. Let's- Well, I missed that opportunity. I don't know. Can we have music on YouTube lives? I don't know if that's something that's allowed or not. Okay, so I am done with this needle, and which means I will snip, and then I will put a knot in this one just because it's always good to A, keep your needles threaded if it's out. Um, and yeah, I didn't know if like YouTube did like copyright strikes for music. So, should not play music. Okay, thank you. You should not. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Because I do not yet own a whole lot of music to float alive yet. Okay. All right, pretty girl, where are we gonna put this needle? Let's see. How about a pin cushion? All right. So we'll keep that there. Wrap it around the top a bit. But I think I have someplace else I could put it. But for now, this is what I use to do that. But I am so excited. So, okay, so now I've got the front and back darts basted. Oh, let me show you what I did with the pocket. So this is the pocket flap, and then I'm like switching it up. So here's the two pocket flaps. Oh, ask Carmen or Shamir what to do with the music. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, you know for sure they would know. So here's the pocket flaps, and then here's the patch pocket. And so it's gonna be like, and I'm gonna rather than I'm gonna have it switched up, you see? So it's like, see, like the tops are swapped. I don't know. I thought that was super cute. Um, I think I'm also gonna be using some glue. This is a glue from Sew Line, which is owned by Moda, actually. Um, and I saw them at H&H. And this is it's a pretty great glue. And I think I have the what do you call it? I think I have the refills for it. But I think I'm gonna use it to help hold this stuff on. There's a lot of stuff with this shirt that requires, and this is the one I'm making, that requires like fuse, not, they don't say fuse it down, but they're like overlay this and stitch it. And I'm like, why do we have a placket that we're just decoratively laying on there? We're not gonna really, we really aren't gonna stitch and flip it. We're just gonna make it a whole applique project. So yeah, I'm not cranky. I'm just like, why? This is not an efficient way. But here we go. All right, let's see. I need to do apply the front yolks. Okay. And I'm gonna just go put some fusible on these little house things, which are also very helpful. Okay, so here's the little house thing I was thinking about. So here's the little, see the little, oh, can you see it that way? Here's the way, like that. So it's gonna go like this part is the only part you'll see from the outside, and this part will live on the inside. Okay, so let's get our fronts. And I kind of want to top stitch, and I might just do that. I might just top stitch. And I know that means switching out to a top stitch needle. And I think that'll be worth it. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna switch out for a top stitch needle and then switch back in for a regular. I will take this regular needle that I'm using, which I believe is a size 12 sharp, and then I'm gonna swap it out now for a top stitch needle. I've got a top stitch, I think in a 12. That's the smallest I have. So I'll go here and grab that top stitch. There. And whoopsie. Oh, I think I put a knot in my thread. Yeah, yeah, I put a knot in it. I not I didn't pull it out properly. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna top stitch around these pockets and the collar, which I am thinking is like the grooviest. Look at this. What? What? No, 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 no. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's a pretty groovy collar. Thank you. Straight from 1971. Nope, 1970. Change this out to be straight middle. It's down a tiny bit more. Hold this down a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more. All right. Okay. One stitch. One this. Oh, it's don't like seeing that pull up the top. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know if yes, I am. I do tend to. It's such a beautiful word. Thank you for that. I think that is the case. And not always. Sometimes I have stuff that I just want to, get it done and stuff. But for the most part, I feel like if I'm going to invest my time in it, I want it to last. And, again, I am not always meticulous, but when there's something that I'm excited about or whatever, like, trust me when I tell you, I got some mending of some drawers that I could absolutely as I was folding laundry today and I was like, "Oh, you should, stitch that side, restitch this or, whatever." Don't care. Oh, mercy. It also was something that I noticed when I was doing this, and I was like, "Why is it why am I seeing what looks like the bottom thread coming up in this stitch?" That's one of the things that when your tension is, the tension is balance. It's a balance between the upper and the lower. You aren't supposed to be able to see one way or the other. Um, and so I'm not one to like start fooling with tension knobs every, 10 seconds. People are all like, it's the tension. I'm like, no, and it's probably operator error. But in this case, I think it actually was tension. And yeah, I just think sometimes people overuse tension as an excuse or as a problem when that's not the problem. Sometimes it is. Machines do get tension issues. That's it. That's a problem that happens. Not back. Oh no, no, not. I think I'm. Yeah, I think I am gonna do that. Actually, that's fun. I think this is gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited. Oh, and look at the little houses turned out so cute. But what we are here to do is work on these guys. Shorten that stitch because it's like curved. Let's slow my lead foot down. And I know what's happening. I am getting excited. I'm just measuring my seam allowance based on the position of the foot. Now, I would go and um, serge this end off. However, I have my serger set up for a 5 thread, and that is not a, a top stitch thing. You're not doing, you don't use that. It's not going to use that for that. It's not going to look right. For this, I just want to baste it shut, stitch it shut. Because I'm going to stitch it on later. Pop that off. 17. Okay. Oh, it's on a very narrow. Yes. Let's see what I'm sewing here. I will flip the camera around so y'all could see a little better. Whoa, what happened? What did I do? No green screen. Ha ha. Y'all, my bad. I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all are like, no kidding. Now we have vertigo. Okay, there we go. So I'm using right here, this little edge here. And then when I pivot, I can tell it's not right because you can see that it just takes one more stitch. Then we'll go that way, and then it'll be all connected. And then we just go on to the end. And then we'll lock that off. Okay, so that looks very good to me. All right, so we're gonna apply the pocket just one time. And I think I'm done with all the top stitching for now. So I'm gonna take this needle out and put it back where I found it, which was right here. And I'll put it up here so I can reach for it again as needed. And that's where I have my top stitching. So I've added these labels. You can buy them. I think there's ones you can buy that also have this on here, but I made this. I made this so long ago. Look how old my kids were. I put their pictures on the pins because I was weird on. I can't find mine. I did one for my spouse too. There they are. And then this baby here who was in first grade at the time, I think. when I made this pen is now in finishing first year law school. Like, what happens to the time, y'all? Where did the time go? Right, so we are rethreading with a sharp 12 from Smith's, which is my favorite. This one, yeah. Oh, that's okay. So now we'll go to, oh, let's tack down you see that there, here's the front and back yoke. So here's the back yoke right there, back yoke. And then there's two front yokes. Now you see here, I've already pressed this down, so it's all gonna be fine. But then you have to lay it on top and like top stitch it down. Well, I guess I'm not gonna use the top stitch. Dang it, I could have used the top stitcher for that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll use the top stitching needle for that. You know what? I'm gonna use this one and see what I like better. So there. So, but what I would like to do is to go back and put some steam seam here. So when I press this down, um, it will stay and it won't shift. So that's what I'm gonna do next. But the first step is to um stitch these darts. So I'm going to ask for your patience again while I move you all to another section. There we go. I can maybe give you a better overhead where you can see a teeny bit better the machine and stuff. There you go. Okay. So I made the patch pockets by putting two pieces of fabric together. And so it's like a facing. So when I stitch it down, it'll be going through four layers rather than the two. It'll actually be going through five layers because it's also going to go through the fabric of the shirt. And I just love how cutesy this is, y'all, to me. This little switcheroo. Don't you love it? I do. Boop, boop. Quilting fabric is so fun. Yay. Okay, so there we go. We'll see how that's what I'd like to do. But I got to do the other things first, and then the other things first. Okay. Oh, I did that so starts to head in a bit. There, I see it. I just okay. Okay, now I get toward the end. I'm gonna shorten the stitch length and then stitch off into oblivion and lift it, pull it back into the meat of the dart, and lock it out that way. Do the same thing on the other side. Starting there. And lift, find the meat of the dart. Lock it here. And that part is done. Okay, it felt like I sewed 2 darts, but I did not. That was just one. Okay, here we go. That's regular. To the end. Ah, right into oblivion. Here. And on this side. Let's see it. What am I gonna do about this? What if I should do do a bias finish on it? That would be fun. Wouldn't that be fun? A bias finish. I think that would be pretty. That would look nice. Okay, let's take out all the basting and snip all the threads because there's some at the beginning and the middles and the bastings. Doop. Doop doop. 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 Okay. I also have front darts, front darts. Yes, we've got front darts, front darts, front darts, front darts, front darts, front darts, front darts. Okay. Thanks, y'all, for being here, for hanging out and watching. I feel like I might have done that. Ah, and this is not correct either. I don't know. I just feel like I mismarked that. Think about where we put the. I think the thing's gonna cover the dart, so I think that'll be helpful. What is the stitch piece with that? No, the piece was three. mm, three-fold. Mhm. So that's 3/8. So, okay, curious. That repertory. Okay, I think I understand now. All right, here we go. J 2.0 width, 5. This. I could have cut this a little more fussy. But what can you do for a Klondike bar? It's like this shirt always feels like it's a lot of pieces because it is, but it's also it's not a lot. It's a lot of pieces until it isn't. So like this right piece will have two for the front, and the left will only have one, but it'll also have two additional pieces that go on top of it. Three additional pieces that go on top of it. So it just feels a little like, oh, calm down already. But it also is gonna be really nice and it gives you some nice options for customization. And I think it's gonna be nice. I'll take this to the board and press it. I will also go back and see what I meant to. I'm in this section here. We're on page 19 of our instructions. Nope, actually, we are not. We are on page. Okay, so it says wrong sides together for the angled front yoke. This is the wrong side. This is the one that needs to come off. Okay, the cut line indicated on the pattern. So let's go grab that real quick. Cut patterns. Oh yeah, I know why, because it's gonna cover it. Hmm. Okay, I see where that pattern is. That pattern piece is. Let's see that. It's right here. Press, press, and press. Interesting to say press it open. I think what I'm gonna do is obviously what they said. I'm also gonna use that long thing that I have. I think that would look so good. And I'll help it press better as well. So we'll keep working on that. I'm gonna go cut the part that needs cutting. But okay, press that out, press this open. This will be so much easier when it's fewer pieces. I have had so much progress. Look how good this looks when you press it open. Hold on, this one. That turned out really nice. That looks so nice. But I think I'm gonna flip it over to make a facing. But okay, so the next step is hmm. Especially I hope back doesn't need it. Oh, look, see this part's done. I can take this off. But that other front does need it. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Because that's gonna make it very bad. Okay. Here we are with these two pieces that apparently just get overlaid on top. Like, no big deal. It's like this. What? It feels like I don't need to do a whole lot of anything necessarily. It's like I can just fold this under there. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, nope. I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. We can fold it in this way. Then match it up to that fold. Or just stitch and flip. Oh, can I just do something? I'm gonna do. Golly, that's so much better. Trying to make me feel bad. Oh, here. Mm, there we go. Here's the, that's going to be my stitch line right there. So you see that? Net. And then we'll come right over here and just go on that line. Make it a little shorter stitch. Drop it in the lane. Right there. Right in. And back stitch. I hope everyone's doing well. So now that we've done that, we can stitch and flip this over. And look how nice that's going to look, because what's going to happen next is it's going to turn like that. And then all of that will be in here. That's going to look nice. I wonder if I'm supposed to stitch that down. Am I going to stitch on top of that for my top stitching? Oh, girl, I guess yes. Oh, cool. Okay. I did it that way on both sides, I guess. Hmm. I think it's gonna look great. Let me do the other side. Oh, ha ha ha. What if I left this on here? That would be bad. You don't need that part. Here, and then we will baste here. Because why not? I'm getting probably would go within an eighth, the 1/8 allowance. So that I don't worry about taking it out later. And it could be kind of like some fake stay stitching. It's also on the edge, so it's easy to remove. Okay, here we go. let's see what this other one's gonna look like on this side. Okay, so here is, oh wait. There's an order of operations that I messed up because I think, wait, hold on. Is that gonna go? Oh, I'm stitching flipping here as well. But like, why bother? Why not just put that under here? All right, hold on. Oh, wait, I did this all backwards. I did it backwards because I'm confusion because they have, this is the right side and this is the right side. But let me, don't put the placket on that side. This is the right way. Okay, so this one has the placket. Okay, on the wearer. Oh, all right. Okay, okay, okay. Phew, on the wearer's right side. So this is me. I have done this right and stitched that on there. Okay. This one I also did right, mostly by accident, but that is correct. This way. Okay. Phew. Okay. I thought I had made a yucky mistake. But what do you do with this one? The wearer's right side. Wearer's right side. I see. Okay. This is supposed to be in the seam allowance. That's what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be in the seam allowance, and it is not. And I think that's going to be okay because I am just going to um let it hang out, and it's going to get covered um pretty much exactly like this. It's going to get covered like this, and it's not going to matter. Yay! Isn't that awesome that that all worked out? Mm. See what's under here. We'll take out this angled front yoke. Instead, we'll do this. That's the inside. You're gonna be great. Let's see. You'll be swell. You'll be great. Gonna have the whole world on a plate. Ah, ha, ha, ha. How much of an edge do we want here? we go. Maybe. Oh, that looks nice. That looks really nice. That looks nice. Hey, friends. Hey, hey, hey. Working on a Cornelius top and doing these important overlays. It's cool. Yeah, do it that way because it's going to get covered. Oh, this way. So I can keep the same seam allowance over here. Go. Oh, straight down and down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Hello, hello, hello. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. So happy to see you. Thanks so much for being here. We shall snip this off. And yeah, that'll be really nice. Um, okay, so now the next step, what we've done is I think you're ready to stitch and flip it. Oh wait, you have to go the back way for this one. Okay, go press this one. This one is ready to go right here. I think they said press it twice, which I shan't. Oh wait, yeah, I think they did say I think that would be fun. Oh no, they just press it on this one. Go right here is which way is it gonna go? But I like my top stitch to be on the top. And I will do this and get myself a nice seam gauge to make sure I'm hitting my targets. Get over there. You don't scooch out. Don't want anyone to scooch out. I think if I keep it there, let's get a few stitches and see how far we go. Hey, Sabs. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Hey, hey. Sewing a shirt for my sister and doing, let me see, hopefully. I like to do it from this side because it just looks better. But am I getting everything in? Yes. Okay, I am. But I think I still might nudge over a tiny, tiny bit. Just hit myself over there a bit more. I think by the time I get over there, it'll still be good. Let's see now. Let's see. How have you been? Yeah, that's still looking nice. Still looking nice. So now we will just go ahead. Oh, this fabric is quite pretty. I hope she likes it. I do think it's pretty. And it does go all the way up. I feel like I need a new bobbin. But my bobbin is the one. It's not fully, yeah, there you go. It's not fully wound. It's not full. Okay, so here we go. We got a left front here. Ta-da! Hello, hello, hello. Yes, yes, it is. It was made with love and hand basting. Don't forget that part, the hand basting part, because that was the worst. But look, here we go. We're on page 20 of a long pattern. No, it's fine. Um, let's see. I stitched that together. I pressed it open. I pressed the long edge, fold and press the right button placket. Um, so I think it's asking me to fold this back on itself. That's what I think. Toward the wrong side. So maybe I'm folding it in. Because this, they have the white part as the right side out, which is just confusing me to no end. Um, so I'm used to having it be the dark side is the right side. But here you go. So that's the correct. Okay. So here we go. So here's what this illustration is showing. Right here, right there. Um, line notches match up, which is means it means folded like this. Because here's a neck, the neckline notches match up. See, here's my two neckline notches. Pew pew. Um, so it goes from here and then folds over, and then you could see the wrong side of the fabric starting to show, right? Is that what that is? Oh, I see. They want this little part to roll in some. I see that. I understand. Um, okay, and then they want to top stitch both ways. So top stitch this way and that way. Interesting that they say press that open. But I'm going to go back over and I'm going to press it so that it looks like this. That's what I think they want. They want it to be like show just the eighth of this part sticks out. So I'm going to go back and press it so that it looks this way. See? Okay, I'm going to go press it so it looks that way. Oh, shoot. While I'm over here, though, let me do the back because the back is the same idea. Back yoke. Oh, you know what? She doesn't number her pattern pieces. She does them with letters, which is a choice. Um, but it used to be very popular for people to do patterns that way. I like numbers because it helps me to know, oh, there's 12 pieces in this garment, or there's 23 pieces in this garment. Like, and then once I have to get into the AABBCCs of it all, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this at all. Okay, here we are. Because isn't this what they say to do for the back? I think I do remember reading that far. Oh, that's the stitch and flip. Great. Well, hopefully that'll help cover the seam allowances on these shoulders. Because I was wondering. Okay, great. So I'll leave that alone. Um, I will go do the pressing that I said I was going to do to make it look like just a teeny peek. Just a teeny peek is supposed to show through. So we'll go work on that. Delicious. Hard. Okay, so I have not decided if I'm how I'm gonna finish it. But I will come here and see what were the 2 notches. Oh, Yes, I'm doing that. Okay, so look, I did it. I found that little teeny part. That will be lovely. So we'll go ahead and stitch. I'm going to stitch that down right on this lovely edge. And then, but I won't go all the way down because I need to figure out what I want to do for the hem. So I think I might leave that open until I decide what to do. But I'm feeling like I might want to do a bias finish. That's what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like a nice bit of bias would be lovely. So I think that's what I'm doing. No. Oh my gosh. Oh, mercy. Uh-oh. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting very into near to the end with the bobbin chicken. Oh, oh, please. That's not even. See, it's not even. But let's go ahead. Luckily, I have one of these folks. Gotta get this done. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, I am fighting this. And I really shouldn't have to. Oh, I know why. That's the a knot. There we go. This is just on the thread, not on my finger, not on the fabric, just the thread. There we go. So no harm, no foul. Okay. And now I will probably switch my bobbins and see if I have another white one. I don't. So this won't be matching at all. And I think that's a Seriflex thread. Oh no, it's not. My Seriflex is turquoise. See if I have any white over here. Nope. I know I got a bobbin, a bunch of white bobbins. I'm gonna go for it. It's just one seam. It's just one seam. I'm gonna go for it. And I'm going to um go this way and put this so that it's properly even because it was right. here. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going crooked. But you know what? I'm gonna live with that in human imperfection. And let me get all the way to the top. Yay. There we go. Okay. All right. So now here's the two dots for the pocket right here. This is where the pocket goes. Now the thing about the pocket is it goes right there like that. Like that. And the tip of it is getting the top of the dart. But before I do that, I have to put on a button. So I have to remember how far over was that pocket? I think I'm gonna need a larger one because the picture in the front doesn't have it. Okay, so it's not right directly underneath the little point. It's a little off to the side. Let me get my ruler so I can make sure both sides are doing it. What is that? Is that 1.5? Is that what that is? 1.5? Okay. Before I do this, I have to put the buttons on, the snap on here. So I can put this one on at any time, but this has to go on kind of nowish. So I just want to figure out where to put it. If I'm going to put the button, I mean the snap right here. If I put the snap right here, then the other one would need to go. Let's see. Looks like it's going to go right here. That's where that part of the snap goes. I don't know. I like it. What do you think? So I definitely want to put one there. Now, would it be a pink one? Or red? Oh, that'd be so much fun. Yeah, put a pink one right here in the middle. I hope I have enough. Oh my gosh, let's go get distracted with some of those, you guys. Oh, please. But yeah, no, I think this thing is, what does she have at 1 5/8? Yeah. But when you lay the pocket down, it's really more like 1 1/4. I just want to make sure it's not going to be crooked. Okay. Great, great, great. Wait, it has to go down a little more. No, same idea. but it's just down a little farther. Because how far up did they lay the pocket? Yeah, I love that too, Sabs. That's what I was gonna go grab some and hope I got the right colors for the thing I'm thinking. But I just want to see, you see how they do the pocket with this open? Right here, you essentially make your thing. I've already pressed mine, so I could test it to see how I like it. But there's a little space in between. And then I'm wondering if they have you stitch this down at the top so you can cover up that seam underneath. Probably. They tend to do good details. Let's see if they do or not. Yes, well done. And you see they clean that up. So now you have that covered. Now, why they put the snap there, I don't know. Okay. So yeah, I'll go ahead and mark this now. And then mark the other one exactly the same. Because yeah, I think that's what it's gonna do. I think I can bring it down to like right here. And then this is the stitching line. And then when I'm done, I come back across and stitch like right there on top. And guys, where is my Nobel Prize? Okay. I keep asking because nobody has said nothing yet, but myself. Um, I think I need it. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna need a chalk for this because I don't think it's gonna work without it. But I'm just trying to figure out where to put. Of course, I get a chalk and it's on the white part. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Let's see. I want it to touch. So like, okay, so I know this is gonna be my center. So I don't have to worry about where that's gonna go. But I want it to go. Ha ha, look at that right there in that white square. Mhm. Okay. Kablam. So we know that's going to be the center, and then it'll end right here. This is where we're going to put our snaps. So that all feels right. Let's go. Put our snaps on. Well, I can do the snap afterward. Well, I have to put this one on before I do that, so I might as well put the snap on now. Okay, so let's go look at the next one. So that's one side. We're going to take all of this off and do the other side. Remembering one and what's this? 1 5/8, kind of, but more like 1 1/2, more accurately. Okay. Here we go again with these button spots. And that's where you're supposed to put your pocket. Well, once again, it's covering up the dart. Yay. And my top is going to do the same thing as the other side, but making sure they are looking even. Down a bit. Again, the same idea. Gonna use this as the center snap, but just need a place to put it. Hopefully I'll take it down a little further. Can I get that down a little further? And like right here, it seems like it feels like it should be the same, right? Though it does kind of. Let me see. Yeah, good enough. Okay. I realized after I did this that I don't have any interfacing in there at all to hold that together. So what I'm gonna do is fuse a piece of interfacing on the back, um, or put a piece of interfacing on the back, just so that when it gets open and closed, it will work okay. This one has interfacing, and this one does not. So that will be addressed when I put something back there, which will probably be either interfacing or maybe a scrap fabric or a piece of selvage, you know. I might have some selvage that could work. Don't I? Did I not just drop some selvage? All right, y'all, let's go ahead and put these snaps on. Y'all want to put on some snaps? I will go get the my snap box, my box. Look at this blast from the past. I forgot about this. Since it's such a small project, I might use it, might just use this. All right. First. Essentially, it's just two colors, pink and red. Now, I think I have those. Ah! Or I could put a blue in the middle. No, I'm gonna do pink and red. And pink and red. Pink and red. Pink and red. Pink, red, and pink and red. Pink, red, pink and red. And all stabby all. Pink and red. Pink and red. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we've got red, so that's gonna be good. Our pinks are not as, you know what? I want to live with it because I don't have. Well, hold up, hold up, hold up. Which pinks do y'all think we should go for though? Hmm. Like it's not a Barbie pink. Oh, got a cup. Oh, oh, oh. Actually, the only thing that's going to show is the thing on the outside, so I will not waste that. I will get a red and I could do orange on the inside if I wanted. But these things are on the outside. So we'll do that and that will do that one actually. We'll do that. And that for the top. And we'll do this and this for the bottom because you don't see it. And then we'll do this and this for the bottom on the other side. And we'll do a red and a pink. Okay, there we go. That's what we'll do. We'll do that. Okay. So these snaps are nice and easy to do. I'm gonna go right in the middle. Ah, there we go. Just a teeny hole. I'm gonna put the pink in there. I think I can move it over a tiny bit. I think it'll be okay if I move it over a tiny bit. It won't be too bad. Huh, when I did it and it's like less centered than it was before. Oh, oh, girl, look at me. I'm struggling. Look, and I didn't even need it all. Great. Okay, there. Now, there we go. It's in the middle. Okay, and then let's take a little orange. Put it in here and squeeze. There we go. And that's that. So now we got one snap in. Hello, hello. Hello, Valerie Buckingham. Hello there. I'm just putting in snaps. I'll do the same thing on this side. I was trying to be too clever by half, as they say, and poked 1,001 holes in the last one with an awl. Didn't even need it. Look, because there it is. Right there in the center, looking so cute. And then we'll take a little bowl, put it on the top, like that. There we go. Now it's in there, super easy. This part here, these are just how you attach the snaps. So we know that I like to put bowls on the top. So right here, I've already marked the hole. It goes in here. And I'm going to say that 2 layers of fabric is enough to open and for an adult to be able to open and close a pocket. That's what I'm going to say. And will I have regrets? Will I have regrets if I don't put an additional piece of fabric back here? Hmm. Okay, I'll go get an additional piece of fabric. Look, I found some interfacing. I'll stick that back there. There we go. There we go. I'll stick it through both pieces of interfacing. Okay. Then through the hole we made. Then put the snap in. There we go. Okay. And a little squeeze. There we go. There we go. And now that's back there and feeling mighty fine. Okay. Look how cute it's gonna look. Ah! Can you not? How can you stand it? Okay, we'll do the other side as well. With 2 layers of interfacing. That's the first layer. Poking through a hole. Good coverage. Poke through there. Put on the cap. Squeeze. There we go. Now we got that in there. Keeping it honest. Ah, it's just so cute. Okay, I'm quite excited by that. We will put this away. Okay. Well, we will be seeing the snap press later. Not that one. I'll be using a big one. But hooray for us. And now we can put on the pockets. This one too. We'll put this over to the right side because it's for that one. But here we go. Just making sure things are straight, even, and that the both things are there. Okay. And the dart is being covered. And now we will do some decent edge stitching with a good back stitch at the top. Oh, shoot. I forgot to thread the. Oh, bob and chicken, y'all. Bob and chicken. Ooh. Oh, man, I am not gonna make it. I'll just try to lock. I'm not making. I did not make it. I did not make it. I lost it right here. Right here at the corner. Oh, no worries. Just the most important part. Well, it's not the most important part, but all of them are important parts. But on a top stitch, yikes. Well, watch what we'll do. We'll pull the top thread from the top to the bottom so that nothing is hanging out. I'll go under there. Wait, did that skip a stitch as well? Sure did. Look how big that is. Okay, we'll actually go back before the pivot point because look, You see that big stitch right here? We got a skip stitch, so let's just undo it. Not cut it, just undo it. Come on, sweetie, come on. Help me out here. There you go. One more. 'Cause I'm just trying to take this out. And then that'll actually put us on good footing to start that pivot part over again. Now we got a nice even. See when you pull that out. Now, ta-da. We can start again right here. What do we do back here? Oh no, I don't know. Let's just tie a knot. Okay. Luckily, it's enough for me to do a finger knot. Just a simple knot, and then I'm gonna sew over it. One more time, maybe. One more time for all times. There we go. Okay, there we go. So now I've done like a triple knot, and I'll start over with a fuller bobbin. Let's see. What's a full bobbin that would go well with what we have? Let's see. So many different ones. This light blue could work well. Actually, I think the light blue would work great. The dark blue would work great because I'm doing a dark. So I think that's what I'll do. Oh, but the inside is so light. Oh, but I'm gonna serge that on that side. So hmm. That was red. Well, I don't want to use black. Maybe yellow? Oh, the green doesn't go with anything. Oh, this pink does. Look at this. This pink could be great. Yeah, I think that'll be great. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I do the other top stitching though? I did. Hmm. I think I'll use this one. I'll use this one. And I guess the trick for top stitching is to use the same, the top and the bottom, just in case. But this one is the fullest, and I don't feel like I like just using up what I got. Why not? And this is light, just like the other one on the back is light. So go here, drop your foot down, put the needle, a little nudge. Eh, oh, there you go. Hot dog. We are gonna do not a stitch in place for it. 1, 2, 3, and go. Then we'll turn it. Nope. One more time, I think. Stitch. There. One more stitch. I'm gonna turn. I am going to also turn here, go here, turn here, and go diagonal. And then back stitch. Yeah, I think I'll do that again on this side too. Yeah, it's not like my sister's a child and she's gonna be like putting her rock collection in here. Um, Okay. Ta-da. Okay. Let's see what the other side looks like. Because it's gonna do like that. When you put the buttons on, it'll do like that. That's cute. Straight-ish. Yeah, should be better. There we go. That's better. Okay, we'll put down our let's be straight. Somewhere. Straight. Okay. Well, this seems correct as well. A back stitch on top. Twist and turn. Nope, not enough. Hold on, I don't know. Let's try. And then once more. Oh, good. I think that looks nice. I'm doing a whole box stitch up here at the top. Like she's a child that's gonna like put lizards in there. Which she won't. She's a whole adult for real. Okay, okay. There you go. Did it. There we are. All right, now let's put on our lids. This lid is gonna go right here. That. That's why this one has to go up here. That's why this is the stitch line, and then we fold it over. Yeah, well, wait, never mind. Click right here. Gonna go up about exactly on top, maybe. You know what? About maybe an eighth in between the top. But let me show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So see how this is nice and even. Here we are. This can still fold to snap on top. Great. So I'm just for my own records of evidence. I'm putting this right here on top. I've already pressed my stitch line. What I'm gonna do up here is a good firm back stitch on both sides and then stitch on that line and go back. Okay, so let's see what that does. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this off. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to cut this off. I'm going to use my these LDH black, I think they're called like midnight black snips or something. These jokers are heavy, but they are very good. And I'm going to snip close here to the stitching line. And it's going to go through those layers like nobody's business. I'm just gently snipping, getting close to the stitching without cutting it. Close as you can without going over, as they say. Okay, there we go. Well, and we can straighten this out too. Okay. Now, put those back here so I don't stab myself to death. And we fold this over. I'm going to put down the tongue of the foot right there. You can see it. What I'm also doing a little bit is a little tiny, tiny bit of finessing right here. Um, but my goal is to cover this part. I want this to look kind of neat and tidy. And yes, it'll still, still stretches and does the thing it needs to do. But the point is to cover the seam, which is hiding out right here. That's where the seam is, right there. And that's what I want to cover. So how about I put on my laser and then I can see if it's going to do it or not. Now I'm going to move it. I move this thing to match. So there we go. So now it should have no problem covering it and, etc. That's so cute. It's so cute. Please clap. It's so cute. Okay, let's do the other one. Same idea. Already pressed. Put it over. Test. Okay. Move it a little bit more. Okay. And making sure that the top of the pocket flaps a little bit over the. This might help me make sure I'm keeping myself on this line too, considering I apparently be struggling. Thank you, Sabs, for the applause. Okay, here we go. Now that that's there, we're gonna do the same trick again. I will go over here, keeping my fingers because, oh my gosh, I would be so upset if I managed to cut something I wasn't supposed to cut. But again, this is just a sample. Who cares if I use some of my favorite fabrics because I wanted to have my sister to have a wearable muslin. And then maybe she'll be like, oh, this muslin is just, this was a muslin. This is my, I don't, you don't need to do nothing else. This is good enough. I don't think that's what's going to happen um, because it is not exactly, I did not make the fabric. But like I said, I don't think she's going to like it that way. And who knows? Who knows? This might be good enough. I'm loving it though. All right, let's see. How far down we need to go? It feels like just like right here, actually, right? Right here. I'm asking y'all like you are actually right here. Let's see. Yeah, I think that could do it. I think I could use this as a stitch line. And will. I think it's gonna look so cute. Oh, hooray! Thanks so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm hoping to do more YouTube stuff this summer. I'm actually hoping to get a YouTube intern who can take, we have over 100 videos just sitting in the unlisted section because I haven't had time to be more than one person. Oh, but look how cute she look. Oh, yay. Oh my gosh. Yay, so cute. Okay, I will go ahead and base. Wait, am I basing these together? Okay, so here we go. We got two fronts, y'all. Two fronts with flaps. Now, if I was fussy cutting this a little bit better, I would have centered this here, you see? But that'll be our secret. Um, but yeah, this is coming along pretty good. Looking good inside and out. My favorite type. Okay, let's see, where are we in the Encyclopedia of Instructions? All right, here we go, page 23. We did that already. Um, we did that already. We did, okay, now we're gonna do our, yes, okay, so they are gonna have you do the burrito method now. And use the front. Okay, here we go. Let's read the instructions. Do front and back. It's a stitch and flip. Okay, front and back together, 5/8, um, stitch at 5/8 and flip it over there. Okay. I thought they were going to do something else, but it's fine. It'll still look nice. Here's my back, already pressed. And I will put my front and backs together. No, that's not right. I have to put these on first. Whoops. Wrong sides together. Matching notches of front A and back B. Wrong sides together. What? Okay. Okay. Wrong sides together. Oh, interesting. Is that going to be like a French scene? What is it going to do? I'm excited, you guys. Look at this interesting thing that's happening here. I'm not freaking out at all. Um, I see. I see. Okay, 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 okay. There you go. Look, these are the three layers you put together. There we go. Put you three those three layers together. So we're gonna put our front and back right side together. And then we're gonna put our back yoke and front bodice right sides together. Then we're gonna put our um back and front together. Wrong sides together. You'll see. I see now. This is why Naomi says read the directions 3 times. But I read it one good time and I looked very hard at the pictures. Very hard. It didn't make sense until I read it a couple times. But I'm not saying she's not right. I'm actually saying she is right. I'm actually saying she is right. Okay. So see how look what's gonna happen. It's almost like a cape. So look, we do that and flip it over, and then that covers the back. And it looks pretty tidy as well. Yay. Okay. Very nice. Good. And see, basting that other part was nice to do too, Lisa. See? Then we grade this, and I'm going to grade it by taking out the stuff in the middle to compress that seam. And then we'll have a really nice looking look. See, it feels like it was a bunch of pieces at first because it was. Before we got to this part, these were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. When you think about the pockets and the pocket flaps and all that stuff, like that takes some time. That's a lot of pieces to put together. No joke. No joke. Oops, hello. Take this out. Okay, so now this is going to look so nice and make so much sense. It'll be clean on the inside too because pop pop, and it'll clean on the outside because you're going to cover it. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. I admit it. I admit it. And I'm going to grade by going in here and trimming down this thing here because I'm going to press it and it'll look really great, but it's nice to have a little bit of bulk removed. I'll pour this way. There we go. Ta-da. Go under here. Go under that stitch. Go under that stitch. Go under that stitch. That's the basting we did, remember? There we go. Okay. Thank you so much for subscribing. We are trying to get our watch hours up, and I thought maybe watching me sew this shirt live would be a way that could happen. So maybe that's happening, y'all. I don't know. But okay, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna press this down, base this neckline, and then it'll be ready. It'll be time to stitch this down. I think it's gonna look so cute. So cute. And then the collar, which you all will not believe because it's so cute. Um, oh yeah, and I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna do the shoulder, top stitch the shoulder too. And I think I might just change for the great. And then I get to after I do this part, which I've done already, it should skip to page 25, 35. Huzzah! I'm doing a little bit of pressing, friends. I'm using my steamer seam too. And it's gonna make it a little bit easier to deal with putting that bodice back on. That's all. Oh my gosh. That felt like it took 1,000 years. But look, this it's gonna be worth it because this part will be connected. Oh my gosh. Okay. It really did feel like it took 1,000,000 years. But it looks so nice on the inside. I'm gonna use the foot as the edge, but I'm gonna move my stitch width over so it'll be more like an edge stitch. There, like that. Yeah, edge stitch, right? Go a little further. Mine goes here. There. That's a good one. And it's not like it's being compared to anything, so it's okay. That's all. Great. Now I'll just use this other part for like a little bit of a base to base this shoulders on. Yeah, okay. Fix that one. Oh, that's so funny. All right, look at that. We got a bodice, people. We got front, we got backs, we got front pockets. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Reflect. Okay. I've already done my collar, which is extraordinary. You want to see it? Look at my collar. Kablam. Yeah, I know. Awesome. I didn't have enough to do it this way, but I'm doing the sleeves in a double wedding ring, which is fun. But now we get to skip 10 pages, my favorite. Here we are. The shirt collar method. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know this way. That's what I'm going to do. This is how I typically do mine anyway. And I will stay stitch the neckline. It's Whoopsies. Oh, thank the Lord. I got my collar stand, sleeve, and sleeve bands. And it is currently 10:30, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. But I went to bed at like 5 o'clock yesterday or 4 o'clock, so I could stay up until I'm done. But I'm pretty sure y'all probably don't want to be live streaming with me for all those times. But maybe I'll go and come back. I don't know how YouTube works. I don't know if this is a good thing or not. I have no idea. None at all. None at all. But oh, doesn't that look pretty? It looks nice underneath here too. Yeah. Yeah, I'll press that again and all that'll go. This is just some of the adhesive that I used. Um, no regrets. Still think it looks great. And later, if I want, I could put fringe down here. All right, let's do our stay stitch now. I know the front part's already been stay stitched, but we're gonna do this part, and then we're gonna stop at the middle, and then we're gonna stop, and then we're gonna flip and go the other direction because stay stitching is supposed to go in the direction or against the direction of the stretch. So I think that was right. It's going from there to there, and then if I flip it, I go from the other way, in to out. We don't know. Okay, here we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. So here we are. Choop, 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 choop. As we hope all of this gets in the seam allowance of where we're going. And that's going to keep it from stretching out. No, I feel like throwing my arms on. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put my arms on. And I think I'm going to do it with the serger, but I'm going to baste them on first. Front to back. This is my back. So you go here. I think the sleeves are, like, let's see, because sometimes they change the seam allowance for the collar. Yeah, so the collar stands are 3/8. Let me press that top part down. And this part is where you put your collar itself. Let me peek V-quick and see if if let's see if sleeves are they're 5/8 for the sleeve. 'Cause I like to put my sleeves on before I put on this collar because this collar is going to be substantial. Other way, other way, other way, other way, other way, other way, other way. Aha. Aha, aha. Oh, this is a pretty big one. Oops, my bad. Oh, yes, no need to backstitch. All right. All right, friends, we got a sleeve on, I think. If I do that one more time, I'll go back and look at it. Go back and look at it. But I think we got a sleeve. I'll go over and peek. Do some more peeking. Oh. All right, my friends. I think I'm gonna go take a bit of a break. I think what I'm gonna do is, hey, Ro. I thought it was wonderful. I'm live streaming right now, but I'm gonna pop off. Um, y'all, I will pop back in another time, but thanks so much for hanging out and talk later. Thanks for watching. Bye.